Hello, friends. So, we are now into step three of how to build software products. Uh, we have seen so far how to get the requirement and create the requirement specifications using use cases and text. Next step, we saw how to think about at the high level to design the software product. And now we will be in the third step, building user interfaces. So in this building this software product, we will be building web pages because it's going to be a web-based software product or online access system. Okay. So we have created the mock-up screens for thinking about the user interfaces, what components should be there on each user interface. So for the web page to create account, here is the mock-up screen, and you can see what things should be there on the user screen. So there should be a top level menu from where uh, in any user can access the top level navigation for moving from one web page to another web page. Like we have the main requirements that there should be account balance, checking facility, bill payment, service request, create new account and close account. Okay, so in the OBAAS 1.1, we have these five top level menus which can be shown as buttons. So we have shown them as buttons. So we have a button for account balance, we have a button for bill payment, we have a button for service request, we have a button for create account, and one button for close account. So on the create account, we have username field because the requirement says there should be a username, then password field, and then retype password field, and phone number, and address, and category of the user. And there should be two buttons at the bottom, submit and clear. So clicking the clear button will clear all the details, like it will reset the web page if the user wants to fill new entries. And when the user clicks the submit button, then from this page, so a new user account will be created in the database. So this is the screen for create account, and there will be a response page for create account. The system will notify the user that account has been created successfully for the user, right? So it should show the account number of the user, which would be created by the system. And if the user has done something wrong, like input wrong entry, or left some field blank, so we need to show some message box to the user that something is wrong and it has to be corrected. So there is a dialog box. For example, here we are showing incorrect username password. So we will inform the user that the username password you entered is incorrect. Please enter correct entries. So this kind of message boxes should be there on each page. Like on the creation page, if the password and retype password do not match, we can inform the user that they are not matching. So the user will need to provide username, password, and retype password again. And there should be a OK button so that the user will be navigated back to the web page from where the user got this message box. And then account balance page, should have the account number, username, and password as per the requirement. And there should be a submit and clear buttons. So when the user clicks the submit button after putting the account number information and username and password, if they are correct, then user will be displayed the account balance of the user. And on the left, you again we have the top level menu, like navigating to other web pages. Okay, and when a user clicks the submit button and everything is fine, so account balance will be shown for the user in the response page. So it could be something like, dear Mr. ABC, your account balance is so so on the date. Okay, and then we have this bill payment page where the user will provide some information to pay a bill. So the required information is for providing the inputting the username, password, account number, and there will be a drop down list from where the user needs to select a biller. So there will be list of billers in the drop down list, and how much amount the user has to pay to the biller. So if all the information is correct and the user clicks the submit button, then the bill payment will be done, and the user will see the response screen, which will inform the user that the bill of so and so amount has been successfully paid on so and so date. Okay, and if same in same facility, like if something is wrong or information is not provided, then the user will be provided with a message box, so that yeah, the entries can be corrected or entries to be filled. So that the user can do the transaction, the required transaction, like in the last one, it was for bill payment. Then there is a service request facility. So in the service request facility, the user can request a service for a new checkbook. So here the screen should have the username, password, account number, and there will be drop down list from where the user has to select the service. So currently there will be only one value in the list of value in the drop down list, that is for service request. And again at the bottom there will be clear and submit buttons. So when the user clicks the submit button, then the user will be displayed the response, like the service request has been taken, and other information like the checkbook has been sent, some information, etc. So the response page should have this information. Thank you, dear Mr. So and so. Your request for issue of a new checkbook has been successfully accepted. You will receive your new checkbook within 1 week. Then we have the close account web page, so where the user will close his online access account. So the user needs to provide the username, password, account number, and at the bottom there will be submit and clear buttons. So when the user provides the right input and clicks the submit button, then the user will be taken to the response page, and it should show something like, your dear Mr. So and so, your request for closing your account has been successfully done. So that was for OBAAS 1.1 system, and there is some changes, as we know that in OBAAS 1.2 there are two major changes. So here are the user screens. So for service request, the user request will be same, but response will be slightly different, because there is a fee of $5 for each request for new checkbook. So you see the response page, it will say, Dear Mr. So and so, your request for issue of a new checkbook has been successfully accepted. You will receive your new checkbook within 1 week. A fee of $5 has been deducted from your account for charges against issue of the checkbook. And the other feature, the new feature which was added in OBAAS 1.2 is money transfer. So a user can transfer money from the user's account to some other account in the bank. So the user interface required for this web page includes the username information, password information, and from account, which account number. The user needs to provide the account number from where the money has to be sent, and to account, the account number where the money has to be received, and the amount which needs to be sent. And when the correct information is submitted by clicking the submit button, then the transaction will be done and a response will be shown to the user. The other thing is again, uh, for transactions where some money is required, money transaction is required, then some checking in the database will be done. But on the user screen, the user screen will be same. Only thing is that checking will be done in the business logic. And the response here is, Dear Mr. So and so, your request for transfer of so much so money to account number so and so has been successfully done. So this was all about user interfaces, how to create and design. And the next session will be about the middle level layer, the how we will be writing the business logic for OBAS 1.1 and 1.2. So that is a very critical aspect which we will see in the next session. So for user interface, that was all, and I I think it was not very difficult to create the user interface for this application. So thanks for your time and bye for now.